Hi everybody, it's Jean Marie. So I'm still working with my May bargain bead box. Honestly, I have not gotten very far on it. It seems like every time I try to start something comes up and, I don't get back to it. But I'm going to try to finish this with you guys today. And if I succeed, you will see this video. If not, then it might be a while before I get back to it. But I'm going to use these. They called them, they were 10mm quartz beads in crimson. I think to me they look like a watermelon color, but, oops, pen on my hand. But they are quartz, anyway, a quartz bead, and they are so pretty. Again, I still think they look like watermelon, but that's just me. We're going to use both of these little links. One for the necklace, one for the bracelet. This actually belongs in the necklace part. These are from my own stash. They're just a 3-to-1 connector that match the gold in this really well. So that's what I'm going to use in the necklace. I am going to use the chain, or what I have left of it. A few small jump rings. Quite a few eye pins, and all the bead caps I have left, plus a few extras I had to put in there just to get enough. They don't match by any means, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll be good enough to do a tutorial. Of course, when you make anything, if you decide to make it, you'll use what you have, and if you happen to have all of yours, then that's great. But I've used a bunch of mine already, so I just don't have enough to completely use that. So I am substituting a few just from my stash just to, complete the project. So I also have these really big jump rings. It's a 10mm, I believe, and that is just for clasping at the end. And somewhere in here I do have the clasp that came with the box. I know it came with both the rings, but I like a bigger clasp, and for my lobster to clip into, I just prefer something that's a little bigger than that. So to get started, first off, I've already started rounding some of these just to save a little time. I've got a few of them done. This is the bracelet, and I'm going to use 6 of them, and one of the links, and 12 bead caps. The necklace, I'm also going to use the link, and I'm going to use, I believe it's 10 of the 10mm beads, and 20 of the bead caps, and my 2 3-to-1 connectors that I've got here. On my chain, I took off a few single links, and these are going to be used in between my beads. So basically they're just going to connect between the beads like this all the way up through. So it's a pretty simple project. It's a lot of simple loops and just connecting. It's not too much over the topness to it, so I mean it's a fairly straightforward project. So I do have a few of these done. I'm going to do a couple just because, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera just to save you guys having to watch me bead and loop and cut and all that stuff. 26 bead, well, I guess it would be 16 beads. But honestly, this is all we're doing. We're just putting on a bead cap, the bead, and a bead cap, bending it over, trimming it off, if I can find my tools. Same as we would any project that requires, a simple loop. Turn my loop. And There you have it. And that's all I'm going to do for all of these beads right here, and I'll be back as soon as I've finished all mine. Okay, so I have those all done. I did take the time to go through on my necklace ones. I haven't done it on my bracelet yet, but to make sure my loops are, you know, parallel with each other, because that will help things hang a little more symmetrically. So my thought is to take my pendant piece here and a couple of small jump rings, and then basically this. And because these chain link pieces do not open, I did have to cut, you know, the adjoining one off on each one, which did cause me to lose a little bit of my chain. Unfortunately, I really wish they had been open links. That would have been real nice, but they were not. So I did lose that part, but that's okay. And it does mean I have to open my simple loop for each one to do the connector. But we'll get these all connected in a second here. Whoop, get two there. Get off there. So that is my thought for that. And I do want to use my chain. I don't have a lot left, so I'm going to have to dig out some more chain. I do want to use my chain in here, like this. And I think the chain that I'm going to continue with, I'm going to put here for the third. That way it will go with everything when I use it for the remaining portion of. So let me get that out. I think I like this dainty one here. It's very, very small. Just I think it's a curved chain, and it matches really well. So I'm wondering at this point if I want to add something here. Maybe, you know, something like this, just something small to, it might be a little pink compared to the rest of the red that's in this. Maybe something like that. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll hang that there. So we'll do that with a head pin, which I thought I had some of them out, but I don't see it. That's okay. I've got one here somewhere. There we go. Right there. So we'll save that towards the end of it, and then we'll have these pretty little connectors here, and I'll use some more of this chain on that. The bracelet, I want to do basically the same thing. And I want to, once again, add a section of chain back here. So I might use both chains just to, again, bring everything together. I think that's probably what I will do. But for now, I'm just going to set the bracelet portion away and work on this right here. And I really wish I had two more of these left, because I'd make a pair of earrings to go with them too, but I don't have any more of those left. That is it. This has been such a pretty box, and I've really, really enjoyed playing with it. And I do have a couple of more projects in mind that I hope to get a tutorial out for very soon. But in the meantime, let's start putting this together. So again, a very easy process of linking everything. I'm going to open this side, if I can find the open side. Slide my little link in. I love this chain. I think it's so pretty. And then open this side. Make sure that's closed. So I think it's going to hang well. I hope it's going to hang well. I think it will. I see some people that got their box got this piece here, which is also a link, which is a project I'm working on that I don't want to show you too much of it yet. But I saw that this one matched these. I really wish mine had matched. But it didn't, so oh well. I got what I got. I do have a pretty project coming up with that though. At least I think it's pretty anyway. I mean, you know, to each his own. So this portion just goes together really simple. We just, again, we're just opening the loop, same as we would a jump ring, and attaching those little chain links to it. This is the one well, actually, I had 3 of these caps, because for some reason I came up one short when I was doing the necklace, and I know I had enough set out for the necklace, but when I was rolling and cutting them a few minutes ago, I came up short 1 on this one. I knew I was going to be short 2 on the bracelet, but this one I had at one point. I do not know where it went. But that doesn't surprise me. Alright, see if we can get that over there. But that's okay. It'll look fine put together. And once this stuff comes out in the sister store and I can buy extras, I'll just replace these ones. Sometimes finding the open side is hard. Here we go. Whoop. So I have had a couple of people ask me how I'm liking my new job and hoping that it's working out well. And I gotta say, so far, I really do like it. I'm not 100% fond of the hours because I live an hour from work, so I have to travel an hour to work and an hour back. So I get home at midnight, and it's late. Even living alone, it's late. You know, it's not like I'm coming in and disturbing anybody, but it's a long ride home at night, and so, I don't 100% love that, but I really, really like the job, I have to say. I'm very happy there. The manager is wonderful. He's great to everybody, treats us all really well. Very fair, so I do like my job. So I hope to stay there for many years now. And hopefully a full-time daytime position will open up and I'll get to have that instead. You never know. But I'll hang in there because I do like it. But thank you all for those of you who have asked. I appreciate you asking. I think that's looking really pretty. I love these beads. I absolutely love them. That color is just gorgeous. So vibrant, so pretty. I know I said in my last tutorial that I'm not going to use those orange beads. Guess what? I'm going to use those orange beads in a project. I caved. But I think they'll look actually pretty in it. And as much as I really don't like orange, I mean, carnelian is a pretty stone, but to me, it's a lot of orange, and I don't use a lot of it. But I think the only time I ever use it is when we get our box, and that's carnelian in it. So, but I think it's going to look really pretty. So I've got it drawn out on a piece of paper. So on the paper, it looks pretty good. So that'll be another project. I think I have 2 projects coming up. It's just a matter of finding time to record them. Oh, there's my whiny cat. He's been outside terrorizing birds. Apologize for the traffic. I have my door open tonight. It's very warm today. When I come in from work, my house was just a sauna. So I'm trying to air it out a little bit and cool it down before I go to bed. It's the wrong side. Oh, look what I did. That doesn't go on there. That's what I get for talking. Alright, we gotta find the right side again. Do this correctly. Get down there. So I think that chain being, you know, wearing layers of different chain, different sizes and whatnot is pretty popular right now. It's very in. So I think adding the 2 sections of chain to this afterwards will help make it a little more. That's my hope. Because this is, I mean, as pretty as this is, it's very simple. And it's simple is beautiful. I love simple jewelry myself. That's pretty much all I wear. I don't wear anything super dramatic. Anything I create like that, I generally sell. But I think that the addition of the chain will make it really pretty. And last one. There. Alright. Now I do want to add just a tiny bit of chain here, just because I don't want everything being tight up there at the top. So I am going to grab this chain and figure out how many links I want. And I will have to use a jump ring up there, so I think just 2 links would be plenty. So I'm going to cut this one. And this one. I think I'm going to try to get some more of this chain too when it comes into the sister store. Okay, I'm going to hook it directly to this. If I can find the right side. Oh, I did have the right side. Get up there now. And that one. And there. All right, so a couple more of these little jump rings. I don't remember where I got these 3-to-1 connectors. I almost think it was Etsy. I'm not sure. It could have been eBay. I didn't pay a lot for them, and I got a pile of them. And they're super, super durable. They're really decent quality, you know, so... but any little 3-to-1 connector would obviously work just fine. I've used these a few times actually. I think I have them in silver as well. I think it actually came as a mixed bag of gold and silver, if I remember correctly. So there's that portion done. Very pretty. Alright, so now I just need to figure out how much of this I want to add. Oops, looks like I have a cut link in there. Oh, it's just hooked in it. It's one of my cut ones hooked. So I think that'll work well right there. I'm going to cut this one. Oops, no, those I'm not. These ones have got metal end stuck to it. So again, I'm going to need a couple of little jump rings. It doesn't want to stay out of my way. Come on. Don't give me a hard time here. This is getting very close to done. And I'm probably going to have to pull out a lobster clasp or something for it because I only have one of the ones that came in the box left, and I do plan on putting that on the bracelet. because I used the other one already. There. Okay, there's that. Looking good. Alright, let's see how much of this one we want. I want it to hang high enough for this to hang. So I think that's perfect right there. Just going to give it a cut. I'm going to find the center so I can hang the little bead from it. And if I'm lucky, the center is actually right in the center and I have an odd amount. It looks like I might. Yes, I do. Perfect. Do I? No, I think I've got... I do not. So I'm going to take one off. So I want that odd one in the center so that both sides of the chain on it hang evenly. Oops, I had it. There we go. So I got that one center one right there. That's the odd one. Alright. And I'm just going to do a simple little loop on this. I mean, not a simple loop, I'm sorry. A wrapped loop. I'm not adding anything else to it. So at this point, I'm going to catch that one loop. I'm going to bring it in. Get bits and pieces everywhere. Hold on to that and give it a wrap. This red and the gold look really, really pretty together. Real nice and close and cut that off. A couple more little jump rings. Now the links on this one do open, but I think I want to stay consistent with these little jump rings at the top. And because these ones are so small that I probably couldn't get it over that bar anyway. I don't think they would fit over this. Wow, that caught right in there all on its own. I almost pulled it right back out thinking I hadn't gotten it. Okay. So there is that portion done. I'm just going to put a chain on this side, and again I'm going to use the chain I used here just so that it kind of comes together all. And I don't think I have any more small jump rings out, so I gotta grab some more. So I underestimated how many I would use. Now I gotta find them. Oh, Get some right here. There we go. I think these are a little bigger, but that's okay. They will work just fine. Okay, now I'm just going to try this on me to see where I want to cut this chain. Whoop, oh, sorry. Bumping everything. Doesn't look like I'm going to need a whole lot of chain to make it hang where I'd like for it to hang. So, well, about a foot. I think it's just going to be just about a foot too. Let me find my ruler, which clearly is not here because I dragged it off the other day to design a kitchen plan. And so I was drawing cabinet lines with it. But I have a blue one. So we'll dig out the blue one. I think it's in worse shape than the green one is, which is in pretty bad shape. Okay, so I'm going to cut a foot off. And then cut that to 6 inches. And untangle everything. I'll get tangled up. Get over there. There we go. And then attach the side. And this is just about done. And I won't make you watch me string my bracelet sections together. I'll get that put together and then we'll just finish it off. Okay, get in there. Okay, so there's that. I think it's going to be quite pretty. And just need honestly don't know if this thick ring is going to fit through here. I don't think it will. It's pretty thick. That's right, I'll just go with one of these. And grab one more. And a lobster. That's not the one I want. That's better. And there we have it. Very, very simple for the most part, but very, very, very pretty. Quite elegant looking, actually. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's going to be very pretty. So let me get these pieces of the bracelet, this section, put together, because it's the exact same thing we did for the necklace, and then we'll finish that up. Okay, so I have this put together. I did decide to eliminate 2 of these. It was a little too long, and I do want to add the chain to it, so works out really well, because now I can take one of these bead caps off and replace the one that's over there, and I don't have to wait. So that worked out okay. Yeah, so this is what we've got so far, and it measures out at a little over 4.5 inches, just a smidge over 4.5 inches, like actually just this loop over 4.5 inches. So I'm going to cut, do I want to cut 3 inches of chain or 2.5? Because I do have this to put in. I think I'm going to cut 2.5 inches of chain, and we'll see what we get. So this one link goes just a little over the 2.5 is up here, Shamray. There we go. Then we're going to add another one to it. Get them as lined up as I can. That looks really good right there. All right. So I'm going to put one of these at one end, and that is going to be for it to clasp. The clasp is actually going to fall kind of here on my wrist, so the pendant pieces will go around it, the chain will be here, and then the clasp will kind of be a side clasp. Kind of the same idea as the one I did with the leather strap. It also clasped right here on the side. So the same general idea as that. And I think it's going to look really, really cute. At least I hope it's going to look really cute. We'll see. I do have a little extra chain left, which I didn't expect to have, actually. I'm going to take one of the... Oh, yeah, that's right. These ones are not... These ones don't open. I forgot about that. So we're just going to get rid of them. And we will just use... I did find the small ones while I was paused there for a second. We'll just feed on both pieces of chain. And hook it to the other end of the bracelet. Close it up really good so that that chain can't sneak out of it. And take another small jump ring. Is that the one that came from that? I think it is. And get a hold of our little clasp here, and just put our chain on there. And there is a very quick, very cute, simple to make little bracelet. Just like that. And you can of course adjust yours. You could only use this much beads and make a longer length of chain, or adjust it that way for making it, smaller to fit you. But this came out just about I can't clasp it because I cannot clasp a bracelet to save my life on myself, but as you can see, it comes out perfectly. It's a little bit, you know, it's got a little bit of movement to it, which is what I like. And I think it looks really pretty. I love the gold chain on the back of it. I think that's going to look really, really cute. So let me put this all on something to show you how it looks. And I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. The necklace and the bracelet. I don't have it hanging completely straight, obviously. But it does hang well. This pendant piece here hangs really well. I was kind of afraid it might drop like this, but it doesn't. It hangs really, really well. So I'm very pleased with that. So overall, the whole thing looks really nice. And there's the bracelet. And again, get it off of my fancy hanging job here with the chain on the back to match the necklace chain. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I always try to get back to my comments from you guys. I do appreciate every one of you, and I do want to, you know, reciprocate with a comment in return, because I think that that's, you know, that's important to acknowledge you all and let you know how much I appreciate you all when you talk to me. So the bargain bead box. This is the May bargain bead box. It was a beautiful, beautiful box. It was called, I can't remember at the moment, something heat. Tropical Heat. There we go. I knew it would come to me eventually. And it is a pretty, pretty box. It really is. If you're interested in the bargain bead box, there is a link to their site in my Facebook page. Just Google, search, you know, on YouTube for Charmarie, Charmarie, and you will see my symbol is a fireball in a circle, because my jewelry store is called Wildfire Jewelry. And click on that, and there will be a link down in my description of, you know, of who I am and all. There's a link to that, and there's also a link to my Etsy store, so you can go check that out if you'd like. And what else? Yeah, if you decide to subscribe and you do go through the link, you can also use my coupon code, which is CHAR2, CHAR2, and save yourself $2 from your first box. And I think that's all the bases I needed to hit. So yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.